Most people think leadership is about being the loudest in the room, the one with the strongest opinions or the biggest title. But real leadership doesn't look like that anymore. The best leaders today aren't the ones barking orders. They're the ones earning trust, showing courage, and stepping up when it counts. That's what these 3 best-selling books all teach in different but powerful ways. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek, and Dare to Lead by Brené Brown. All look at leadership from different angles, but together they form a powerful foundation for anyone who wants to lead well, in business, in life, and in high-pressure situations. Take ownership of everything. The heart of extreme ownership is simple. If something goes wrong, leaders don't make excuses. They take full responsibility, not partial, not shared, full. Jocko Willink learned this in combat. As a Navy SEAL commander in Iraq, he faced missions with zero margin for error. On one mission, there was a breakdown in communication that led to a friendly fire incident. It could have been disastrous, but Jocko didn't shift the blame. He owned it entirely. Even though others made mistakes, he said, "This happened under my command. It's my fault." That decision earned him respect, saved careers, and created a culture of trust and learning. The idea is clear. If you're the leader, everything your team does is your responsibility. That doesn't mean you control every decision, but it does mean you own the outcome. You don't throw people under the bus. You don't say, "It wasn't me." You ask, "What could I have done differently to prevent this?" This mindset changes everything. When leaders stop blaming and start owning, the team does the same. Accountability becomes the norm. Excuses fade. Focus shifts to solutions. Jocko also explains that real leadership means simplifying plans, communicating clearly, and making sure every team member knows their role. Confusion causes chaos. A good leader doesn't assume people understand. They confirm it. They over-communicate when needed. They remove the fog. And when things go off track, leaders stay calm. They don't freeze or panic. They pause, assess, and take action. That kind of leadership builds confidence. It shows your team that they're in steady hands. Create trust through selflessness. In Leaders Eat Last, Simon Sinek focuses on something leaders often forget. People are wired for safety, not just physical safety, but emotional safety. If people feel unsafe, if they're afraid of being blamed, ignored, or judged, they stop thinking clearly. They hold back, they disconnect. That's when teams break down. Great leaders prevent that. They build environments where people feel protected, where they know their leader won't abandon them when things get hard. This is where the idea of leaders eating last comes in. In the military, officers let their soldiers eat first. It's not about manners, it's about sacrifice. It sends a message: I serve you. Your well-being matters more than my comfort. That kind of leadership builds deep trust. People feel cared for, they feel valued. When that happens, they stop competing with each other and start supporting each other. The team becomes stronger together. Simon also connects this to brain chemistry. When people feel supported, they produce oxytocin, a hormone that helps build trust and cooperation. But when they feel threatened, they produce cortisol, the stress hormone. That reduces performance, limits creativity, and weakens relationships. So, leaders literally shape the chemistry of their team through their actions. Selfless leadership also means protecting your team from outside pressure. Good leaders absorb stress. They don't pass it down. They don't panic and dump frustration on others. They act like a buffer, shielding their team so they can focus and work at their best. It also means long-term thinking. It's easy to push for short-term gains by overworking people or using fear to motivate. But it doesn't last. People get burned out. They stop trusting the system. Leaders who think long-term invest in their people. They give them space to grow, fail, and succeed without fear. Lead with vulnerability and courage. Dare to lead brings in a different kind of strength. Brené Brown says the best leaders aren't the ones who act like they have all the answers. They're the ones who lead with honesty, heart, and courage, especially in tough moments. A big part of that is vulnerability. Most people think vulnerability means weakness, but Brené proves the opposite. Vulnerability is being brave enough to show up when you don't know what will happen. It's choosing to be honest when it's easier to shut down. It's having the hard conversations even when they're uncomfortable. That kind of leadership takes real courage. It means saying, "I don't know, but I'll find out." It means admitting mistakes, asking for help, and being open to feedback. When leaders do this, they build a culture of openness. People stop pretending, they start connecting. Brené also emphasizes the importance of empathy. It's not just about understanding someone else's point of view. It's about being fully present when they speak. It's about listening without jumping in to fix things. It's about making people feel heard and respected, even when you disagree. Great leaders also set clear boundaries. Vulnerability doesn't mean oversharing. It means being real and clear. It means creating a space where people feel safe to speak honestly, but also know what's expected. Feedback is another key part of courageous leadership. A strong leader gives feedback with respect. They don't avoid it, and they don't sugarcoat it. But they do it in a way that helps the other person grow. They focus on behavior, not personality. They ask questions, stay curious, and leave room for conversation. This kind of leadership can be uncomfortable at first, but it's the kind that builds strong, connected teams that trust each other and get through challenges together. How to apply these lessons today. These 3 books don't give empty advice. They give real tools that leaders can use every day. You don't need to be famous or powerful to apply them. You just need to be willing to lead by example. Start with ownership. The next time something doesn't go as planned, ask yourself what role you played. Not to punish yourself, but to take back control. Once you own the problem, you can own the solution. Then look at your team. Are you creating safety or stress? Do people feel like they can speak up, share ideas, and take risks without fear? If not, start with small actions. Say, "Thank you" more. Ask questions before giving orders. Check in without judgment. These are simple things, but they change how people feel. Finally, check your leadership style for honesty. Are you being real with your team or just putting on a front? Are you showing up with courage, even when it's tough? Vulnerability won't make you less of a leader. It'll make you more human, and that's what people follow. Leadership isn't a perfect formula, it's a practice. Some days you'll get it right, some days you won't. But what matters is that you keep showing up with integrity, intention, and care. The ideas in these books can help you lead better, whether you're managing a company, building a team, or guiding your own life. They give you principles that stand up in pressure. They help you create trust that lasts. And they show you how to bring out the best in others, not by force, but by example. If you're ready to truly lead, check out Extreme Ownership, Leaders Eat Last, and Dare to Lead using the Amazon links in the description. It helps support the channel, and more importantly, it might be the best investment you make all year. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep growing, keep learning, and take control of your future.